Welcome back, everyone, to more Virtue's Last Reward, and to the final segment of the night. The chat has been discussing what they should go with. Should they ally with Dio? Should they betray Dio? Which way should we go? Well, we're not at the choice yet, but looks like we're getting there.
We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
I hope we get there before that. Before 40 minutes.
What are you gonna do? I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
Oh, Dio, you card.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Alright, so we're going off alone with Phi, so at least that's someone we can tell.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look. This is Latin.
Phi does know some Latin. She tends to say it when she's feeling vengeful.
Yeah, with time and a dictionary. Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today.
Well, I mean, maybe whoever wrote it did take their dog for a walk.
It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that.
This part about a dog.
But most of these words I've never even seen before. Wait. I can read this one.
Okay.
Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
About a dog being walked.
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What a weird coincidence.
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
Huh, you don't say. Okay. Yeah, we saw that. That is not a lie. Well, we've experienced the opposite of that in one of the timelines, where Sigma experienced everything in slow motion. So I wonder what that would mean. Oh, Sigma did go in fast forward? Seem to be remembering that in completely the opposite way. So perhaps, I think that was the leftmost timeline. So even, that's the one that has the computer that we have to log into. I suppose even if we get that username and password in that timeline, Sigma will still have Radical 6. The government. This is some impressive translation work by Phi, despite what she was saying. Downplaying her translation skills.
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that? Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that. December 29th. No year. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people, too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible. And maybe the virus got in somehow. Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades.
Yeah, like with some cryogenic capsule of some kind?
While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry. Right. It's all just speculation, but... Yeah.
It is a good point. If this place is for our safety, it's not doing a very good job of it.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else. Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Alright, I guess we're not telling her about Dio then. I guess I should not have hoped for that. We're not going to tell them either, are we?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
Please, go ahead.
I mean, you think it might be more of a priority for Sigma, considering that if he does pick Ally, he is going to die. You think he'd be trying to find a way out of it. I mean, maybe one way of doing it would be to tell Tenmyoji about it right now, who would be very concerned. And we could go back together to the warehouse, wait for Dio to come back, and block him from going into the door. And then double team him to try to hold him while Clover gets the Accelavir out of his jacket. That could be something we could do. No, we can take it back by force. We could do that. Not an excellent chance, a guaranteed chance. Wait, but we don't need to do any of these options. We don't need to keep quiet about the danger he's in to save ourselves. If this is a false dichotomy, Sigma.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
But we don't have to let him die, and we don't have to die in his place. So Dio's not by the AB gate. He left, and we're in a room with Tenmyoji and Luna. And we can make a plan to take out Dio before he gets back to the warehouse. I guess we only have the one choice.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back. Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you. Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick Betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AV room or not. My vote's the same either way.
There's something we could tell him that would make him leave this room, but it looks like we're not.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Okay.
Take a look at the doors. And that would mean... Exactly.
This is another opportunity to tell everyone in the room what's happening. When we get out of the doors, there is a little delay before we see what the scores are. We don't have to jump Dio by ourselves. There's a whole bunch of people here.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
And we've seen what happens when that happens.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
I don't know, Kay. We've seen that getting out of here is a pretty high priority for you.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Oh, Phi.
Alice can vote by herself.
Trapping Kay in a logic puzzle.
Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't.
Well, if that, I mean, that's very convincing, Kay.
Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
Yeah, he seemed very trustworthy right then.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
I don't suppose you told anyone, Clover.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
Alright, looks like we're getting right to it. No dialogue in the AB room. We're going right to the choice.
What are you gonna do?
No, there is dialogue. There was something else we could have done, Sigma.
You can't!
It's a little late now.
You'll die!
Oh, Sigma, come on. Come on.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points! Huh?
He's not gonna pick Ally, Sigma.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is. That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelivir, even if you do what he says?
You can't really guarantee that. Because if he does, you can tell everyone what he did, and he will not have 9 points, so he can't leave. So things would be very bad for Dio in that situation.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Oh? You know, Sigma, we're fighting real hard for Dio to win. I hope he realizes that.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that. But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Aw.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. Three, two, one.
Alright, it's time to vote. You know what the deal is, chat. We've been going over Sigma being the dumbest he's been so far in this whole game. If we can choose ally, which we promised to Dio we would, he'll win, we'll die, and he'll probably destroy the Excelliver anyway. We could choose betray to prevent Dio from winning. We will not die, but Dio says he will destroy the Excelliver. Will he? We don't know. It's your time to vote, chat, and we're voting now. Quite close. The vote does seem quite torn, but it looks like number one is pulling ahead. So we are ending this vote in 3, 2, 1. Now, number one won. So number one is ally. We are going to choose ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Sigma.
In what surprises no one, Dio has indeed betrayed us, putting us at -1. And how about that? Kay and Alice chose betray, so that really comes as no surprise either.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative. Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Oh, does Sigma really well, I mean, he did choose ally.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
What are you talking about?
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
Oh, Sigma, you definitely are a fool. Yeah, there was a small chance he might not give it back.
Fine. Here.
Right. Of course. Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
First, is this over real? Which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocularine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Well, in this timeline, I don't believe we discovered anything, but there has been another where we did. Oh, alright. So I guess that the K's ending timeline does not actually open the lock here. Kind of thought that's where that was leading to. That it would turn out that what we discovered in K's timeline would save us. I guess that wasn't what we need. Let's take a look at that lock. 5 minutes of life! And, what we still don't have what we need. Oh, hold on. we've unlocked something. Is there proof it wasn't murder? That was the timeline where we found Alice's corpse and Clover was ready to bull rush us because she thought we killed her. It looks like we have unlocked something, chat. Oh, and another one. There isn't enough antiviral medication. That was the first timeline that we ever went down. That was the first to be continued we ever got, where we had to figure out who to inject. Was it going to be Quark? Was it going to be Alice? So chat, even though we got a to be continued, even though we got a plot lock, it looks like we've done well because we have now unlocked 2 other locks. The possibilities have now increased. But that is going to be it for tonight, for this week's stream. So we'll be back next week, and you, chat, will decide which of these timelines we're going to go down. Because now we have a few choices we could take. So you'll make that choice, you'll make that decision next week. So I'll be seeing you then, and I hope you have a good week as usual. We'll take a look at the game over next week, probably. But we'll see what that looks like, we'll see what happens, and while it's disappointing that we hit another plot lock, how about we open next week with the betray option? Yeah, we could do that. We could see what happens. We could get that game over, just another one for the completion. And like I said, even though we got it to be continued, and that was a little bit disappointing, it is very encouraging that we have now unlocked 2 of these long-standing locks, and we can now get further into those timelines and perhaps complete them. So I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good week. I hope you had a lot of fun tonight as we continued on with the adventures of Bully Demise back in the world of the living, and we ended Dementium 2 HD. I'll see you next week. Have a good night.